Why am I nervous for this one? I felt like I'd gotten over the nerves and now they are coming back to say hello. Hi. This video. This video. Hello, lovely people. I sat down today to film this intro to my next project, and look who decided to join me. I thought about kicking him off, but I figured he's too cute and maybe he could earn me some views. So, Papillon, say hi to the camera. Subscribe for the crochet content or subscribe for the cat. Either one, you'll be seeing more of it, them, him, whichever. So the plan for today's video, I have been dying to make something for my little brother Ollie. He is the loveliest, sweetest, kindest, most amazing brother in the whole wide world. Hence, this is going to be a very special project for me. Now, Ollie's favorite color is blue. I went online and I picked out a blue colored cotton yarn so I can make him like a nice summer top. But then I was thinking, how can I design this top? How can I make it a little bit fun, a little bit different, add some pizzazz? And I was inspired by this granny square motif design that I've worked with in the past, although not for any significant project. Here it is in the blue color in question. Ta-da! Oh, lost me friend. Ta-da! So using a couple of these little blue granny squares, this is just one I worked on late last night, I want to design a top based around this. I'm thinking, I'm not quite sure yet whether the whole top will be made out of these or whether I'll just do maybe a few panels or points of interest, but we shall see. That's the, I think that's a good starting point. Let's go. So my little bro's requested a shirt. It's my little bro Ollie Berry. My boyfriend's had 3 shirts so far and Ollie hasn't had any. He pointed out the inequality. Let me start again.
I shouldn't show my face when you say inequality.
The inequality.
No, keep going. You can always edit this.
Okay, no, we'll edit it out. Alright. Measure the little bro. First shirt, let's start with hair down. So excuse the sound of the wind. For those of you who don't know, I live in Wellington, the world's windiest city. But I did really want to do this little update outside to make the most of the natural lighting before the sun went down. I was in a super big rush today, so I didn't have time to do this earlier. But, drum roll please, I have finished all my squares for my brother's top. Oh, I was a bit silly and didn't count them as I went along. I knew I needed roughly like 4.5, 5 for each like part of the stripe. They were just so easy to do while I was traveling or around the city because it's such like a little pocket-sized project. I can just shove one of the balls of yarn in my bag and work on it on the go. So I have, let me show you, I have a bunch of them. Turns out I think I have about 6 or 7 for each arm, so I'm definitely going to have some extras. Not sure if I'll need to frog them. If it comes to a game of yarn chicken, I will. Otherwise, I might keep them for something else. Who knows? I do think the design is really pretty of these ones. Going back to them being like my little travel project, I have really struggled to video the process as I go along because yeah, I found that when I'm out and about working on them on the bus, it's not the time to pull out my camera or my phone setup. So my apologies. I'm still a practice YouTuber, but I do want to get better at filming the process as I go rather than surprising you with a bunch of squares. My little, my cat has just come to say hello. Look at that. Back to it. Let's count them. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Next steps from here is I want to start making the stripes, especially if I decide that 4.5, I want 4.5 kind of from here to here for the shirt. Then I'll attach the whole loop. So from here all the way down and round the back, I'll just make that whole stripe. And then I'm going to start filling in the mesh part of the shirt in between. So what I'm going to be working on tonight, I'll lay them out for you now. So yeah, just connecting them up like this. So I've got a big stripe. Push, push. Back again, same outfit, different day. Actually a couple days later, I feel like something I've been struggling with is I haven't been doing that many updates while doing the top, and I haven't wanted to let that set me back in terms of progress and working on it. As I've been doing this top for so long, it's been like a good few months now, and I want to get it done. I want to work on it. I want to show you lovely people. So that being said, here is my update. I think last time I hopped on here, I just finished all the squares, which was really exciting. So what I've done now is I have not only have I joined them all together like this, I've also started adding this side part. So this is the stitch that I've decided to use for joining I guess the two stripes, the front stripe and the back stripe. I'm not exactly sure what it's called. It's kind of like a linen stitch hybrid. So linen stitch is single crochet and then a double crochet, but in between each single crochet and double crochet I put a chain just to make it a little bit more breathable, a little bit lighter, and match the kind of holy pattern of the squares. So that's super exciting. So the way it looks, or obviously I'm doing it over the, maybe I should take the jumper off, but the way it looks as we start building it out like this, do the one on the other side, add the same this fabric in the middle, add some sleeves, and we should be good. But it's really nice seeing it come together as a shirt. As this is a process video, I am trying to take you through a bit more of the process. So I wanted to just back it up and show you how I decided on like the length for this section and this section. I know at the start of the video I did my brother's measurements and took his, you know, his regular around here, but I got lazy, decided not to do all the math and use those measurements, and instead I got one of his, but instead of using the measurements that I had so carefully taken, I decided to instead get a shirt that suited him, or that I liked the fit of on him. So, well, here's the shirt. Late. Oh my goodness. So I am late. I'm like the little rabbit from Alice in Wonderland running around checking his watch. But not late to go anywhere. I am late for one of my crochet projects. I'm realizing that I have a deadline to finish. It is the top I'm making for my brother, which obviously y'all know because you're here watching the video. But I have put this project aside and I was just working on it every now and then. I had a few other things that I'd been prioritizing that I wanted to get finished. And then I realized that my brother, who lives in a different city, he's actually coming up to Wellington soon. I'm going to see him in about a week, and I have not finished his top, and I would really, really like to give it to him. So this is my late update for you people. I'm going to show you where I'm at and what needs to be done next. My boyfriend's just come downstairs and now he's hiding in the corner, and I feel a little bit shy doing this in front of him. But here we go. Time for a try on. Here is what we've got of the top. Let me just adjust this. So as you can see, I'm not sure when my last update was, but as you can see, I've got these panels filled in. I've filled in the back. Now I'm working on, I've done this part of the front. Now I want to finish this part is what we're working on. We've got to fill in up here. And obviously after that we've got the sleeves to work on. I think I want them to go about here. On him that might look more like here. And then we've got a collar. So it's pretty good. I think it's definitely doable within the next week. We'll have to knuckle down and focus, but that can be done. Being laughed at, I think. I think I'm being laughed at.
No, you're not. I'm not laughing at you. I'm legit just standing.
Okay.
Not at all. Do your thing. You do your thing.
Go. Time to get to work. Yeah.
Oh, that was nice. That was confident.
Yeah?
Yeah, how you doing?
I'm going to stop it now. New angle, new me, new perspective. So I also wanted to talk a little bit about, I feel like I'm at that point of every crochet project that I embark on where I just start to hate it a little bit. You put so much effort into it and you spend so long looking at the same piece that it just stops looking good. And in this particular project, what I'm starting to not like is the button band. So my original plan for it was to do like ribbing, where I was going to attach the buttons along this front section here where the shirt meets itself. And here's the ribbing. I've done a little single crochet slip stitch, which I've already frogged a fair few times to try and get it right, how I wanted it to look in my head. I sized down a hook. I added a single crochet line here to make it neater. So there's been a few iterations already, and I am just not liking it. I feel, and y'all should correct me, but I feel like the ribbing pattern is potentially taking away from these wisteria granny squares I've got going on here, this pretty pattern. I don't know, what do y'all think? But I'm also at a point where, like, would I like anything that I try to do here? Am I just overthinking it? Is there a perfect solution? I also feel like I've left a bit too much space for doing a plain single crochet button band. I think it might look a bit odd because I've purposely left a gap here. So yeah, what's the answer? Maybe what would have looked good if I'd done a little bit more of, I'll show you another angle. But what might have looked good is if I'd made this section bigger, this like weird lemon peel chain stitch thing that we've got going on, and attach my buttons directly onto there. But my original logic for not doing that is I thought the buttonholes might be a bit too disguised with the mesh pattern. It might look a bit odd, and I wanted the buttons themselves to stand out, so I wanted to have a dedicated button band. I think we're just going to go ahead with it. I think that's my best option at this point. Just keep going. Just keep swimming.
Just keep swimming. Just keep swimming.
As for the buttons, I've actually got them here. I thought now would be a good time to show you the buttons that I'm using. My brother, he came to the yarn store with me and picked out some that he liked. They were these like silver ones with anchors on them. And all was good. I was planning to use those. And then when I went down south to Oamaru to help my mum move into her new house, we were going through like a few of her old arts and crafts things, and we stumbled across this very special little collection of buttons. And these used to be my great-granddad Harry's, I think from his uniform when he was in the New Zealand Air Force during World War II. So they've got very special historical significance. My brother, he will eat that up. He will froth over it. He loves World War II history. He loves diving into like our family history and family genealogy. He's tracked our ancestors way back for a few generations now. And I think these will be so appreciated and be so much nicer for him to be able to wear them on a piece rather than them sitting in storage. So I think we'll use these. It's a little surprise. He doesn't know about them yet. I will. I will have to make sure they're sewed on more tightly than any other button I've sewed in my life, because I cannot have these falling off. Right, so it is the next day, and I've gone with coming up with the idea for the little ribbed button band, to implementing it, to hating it, to loving it, as you saw last night, or liking it at least. And now the next morning I'm back to hating it again. I showed it to my partner, and he kind of confirmed what I had been thinking, that the button band, the rib style, is just taking up too much of the attention, taking it away from the pièce de résistance, which are the granny squares. I want them to shine, and for the focus not to be drawn away from the granny squares, the nice detailed bit that I've worked hard on, into the center button band. So let me show you my hard work before I frog it. Where is it? This part? Let me put it on. Maybe better to show you that way. Here we go. I think it's just taking too much of the attention here rather than on this bit, which is where I want us to focus. Ta-da! Make sure you go like that way and not that way. Oh, okay. So you want to go from the front and then back out? Yeah. Hello, lovely people. So I think this is going to be the outro for my video. I am here debuting a lovely hat my friend knitted me. Ta-da! But more excitingly than knitting, we have my brother's crochet top. Let's see it, Ollie, let's see it. Completed, he's in it. What do you think, Ollie?
I love it.
Love it?
Very lucky. Measurements spot on.
Spot on?
Cropped. Like that, fixed the collar.
Cropped. Needed to iron it, we shoved it in the car.
We shoved it in the car. Cool buttons. Normally wear an undershirt, no undershirt.
Yeah.
It's a little chilly out here. So you can see the mountains.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Love it.